Hello, everybody. It's been too long. Happy to be here with y'all today. Where I see that H-Bar Joe is up here, and we're just gonna wait for. Oh, Patrick is here. Awesome. Let's get the show on the road. It's been too long, guys. Good to see everybody. Feels like this whole summer has been a bit low energy. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed your holidays, and we're ready to start the next iteration of the growth of the Hedera ecosystem. So I'm excited to be here, joined today by two of the friends that are contributing to exactly that, and they've been continuously impressing us with the projects, the gamification, and the vision that they continue to deliver upon. So thanks guys for joining me here today. I know it's been some busy times for you guys, and congrats on also the latest um, achievements. I won't get into it. I'll let you guys join. Behind Earthlings logo, it's Patrick, right?
Yeah, it's me, and we brought some. I brought some friends as well. I see many familiar faces in the audience. I see H. Joe, I see Spud, I see Cyrilia Sus, our chief. I see Up. I see Hatim. By the way, I know Hatim, but I can scroll down a lot more. So it's we've got a nice group of people here. So happy to be here.
Happy that you're here to co-host. It's been too long since we've done these spaces. We typically on Thursday we have the ecosystem evening, and on Tuesdays we try to organize the HeadStarter Pulse AMA, where we're talking about the latest things happening on HeadStarter from the product's perspective, and also the latest from the projects that we've been doing. We realized that this pace has been a bit too demanding for us, so we're going to switch and do one type of event every other week. And luckily, we have a lot of good material, good projects, good announcements to make for you all. So yeah, happy to be resuming our AMA. Rest assured, we although it's been summer holidays for a lot of people, the HeadStarter team has been heads down building all this time. And yeah, we just actually launched a new iteration of the dApp with some new improvements. Mainly, it's on the project page, and also on the. If you go to app.headstarter.org today, you're also going to be able to see the full details for the upcoming three events from Earthlings, round 1, round 2, and round 3, their timeline, and also the way that you can register through the whitelist. Joe, off to you. So as far as I know, you are the artisan of a lot of the latest achievements from Earthlings, and contribute a lot to the strategy.
Yeah, thank you. I wish I could take more credit. The process, we wanted to think from our community and people that want to join our community when we put the process together, from the swap that's going on now to the Landmint that's coming up. We wanted to give new people a way to get in without having to spend a fortune in this market. So we came up with what we think are some pretty good incentives and bonuses for jumping in and getting a land plot early. So I'm excited to go through it today.
So am I, and to everybody in the audience, please feel free to jump in if you have any questions, if you would like to ask our two invitees today anything. And also, I will be happy to answer any questions related to HeadStarter, and particularly with the dApp page and the launch campaign for the Earthlings INOs. So today, yes, we will be talking a bit about the EarthlingsLand plot mint, the overall campaign, and also we will be discussing some of the not only the gamification, but how you can palpably see all the proposed features and functionalities that Earthlings have planned. So Patrick or HBar Joe, do you want to give us a quick overview of the overall land plot mint campaign?
Joey, I think you are best to explain that, because I go from left to right and you talk in one straight way. So you take this one and I'll do the thing with gamification and stuff there where I have a little bit more freedom.
Okay, perfect. I'll speak as if my audience doesn't have a clue what's going on or what's going to happen. So we have on Tuesday the 12th, the whitelist round for the very first round, round 1 of our 4-round land plot mint. We have towns and villages that are already out and owned by the community that encompass Europe and the oceans and seas around Europe. That's our first launch. And all of those towns and villages hold land plots within them. So what we've done is divided up the land plots into a 4-round mint. The whitelist that you may have seen on secondary or floating around in Discord giveaways or on X, those will be available from now until Tuesday when the 24-hour whitelist round starts. The ability to use those on a 1-for-1 basis, one whitelist can mint you 1 land plot for $25. In addition to that land plot, you will receive either a farm animal, which can be used in your inventory once the game launches for day-to-day farming activities, and we'll have a lot more information about that coming out. Or within that, we have some mixed in rare sidekick animals. The sidekick animals are pretty awesome. You get those in the game. A lot of those animals will have to be caught and trained. With this, they will become yours instantly. So a lot of folks are excited about those. And the first round of sidekick animals and farm animals, you don't have to buy because they come free with the land plot. After the whitelist round is completed, there will be a minimum of 400 land plots for mint on public, and that starts on Wednesday the 13th. The public round, like I said, is a minimum of 400, and then in addition to that would be any unminted whitelist. In that round, in public, I believe you can mint 5, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to add up and spread out some plots around Europe, go for it. 1 week after that, we'll start round 2. Round 2, same setup. We'll have a whitelist day, 24 hours to mint your whitelist. Those whitelists will start to go out on Wednesday as soon as the round 1 whitelist round is over. What we'll do is automatically burn all of the unused round 1 whitelists from every wallet that holds them. So use them, give them away, trade them, whatever you want to do, but just know that as soon as round 1 whitelist is over, those whitelists are going away, and we'll start distributing round 2 whitelist. Round 2 whitelist, $35. You still get an animal, a farm animal or a sidekick animal, and you'll get a random land plot. So now, if you've participated in both round 1 whitelist or public and round 2 whitelist or public, and at the end of the public round of round 2, if you hold a land plot round 1 and a land plot round 2, we'll make an announcement. We'll do a snapshot at some point that week, and we will distribute the coveted round 3 whitelist. Round 3 is going to be a little different than round 1 and round 2. Everybody, like I said, that holds a plot for round 1 and round 2 in the same wallet, you can have multiple sets. For each set, you will receive a whitelist for round 3. Round 3 mint is going to be $45. If you mint round 3, you are going to receive one of 1,000 whitelists to soon mint a town plot. There are 1,000 plots in our first city, not town, city of New Paris. New Paris is the biggest city on the map. There will only be 1,000 plots in New Paris, and those will all be distributed from people that mint round 3 with their whitelist. Round 3 may be over allocated. There's a potential to have 1,750 whitelists distributed, and there are only 1,000 town plots, so there could be a bit of a race to mint those. It's not guaranteed to be over allocated. If we don't have 1,750 wallets that have exact sets of round 1 plot and round 2 plot, then it'll be less, but there is a potential for 1,750. I've just said a lot. Please come up and ask questions, because it's probably easier to explain through answering questions than going through details like I just did.
That's true.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Joe. And so if I can summarize real quick, starting next Wednesday, you're going to have round 1, round 2, round 3 every other week. The first day, the first 24 hours, there's a whitelist or deeds round, and the second day on Wednesday starts the public round. And the whitelists and the deeds for each round, for round 1, are being circulated and distributed in the ecosystem during these days. The whitelist and the deeds for round 2 will be distributed from next Wednesday as the whitelist round ends, and the whitelist for round 3 will be awarded to the people that have participated in round 1 and round 2 as well, if I'm not mistaken. And the cost per round is $25, $35, and $45 US dollars worth of HBAR respectively. Gradually lower number of NFTs in each round.
You did a great job there, Tudor. No more questions here. So now you see, by the way, why I had Joey say it, because he does that all out of the top of his head, man. It's like he's reading it from a list, but he doesn't. He can explain it from A to Z so well. So, and then you gave a shorter version. My version would be, you can mint round 1, then you can also mint round 2 if you have a whitelist spot to do it public. And if you have both first rounds, then you can mint round 3 as well, and you get a whitelist spot for the city. That's the shortest version. But I'm glad that you explained it, Joey.
Thanks a lot for that, guys. And we are joined by 2 of our friends. Omnisi, thanks for joining us up here. Would you like to take the word? If not, we will pass it on to H Friends.
Hey, how's it going? How are you? So
doing well. Thank you very much to be here.
Good. So I just want to clarify. So we need to mint whitelist or round 1, then mint round 2 in order to get a possible whitelist for round 3. Do we need to mint each round to be entitled to get that whitelist for the city? Or can we just mint? I mean, I guess you got to, yeah, I'll let you go.
So all we're going to do is make an announcement, and then we'll look into the wallet for the plot for round that came from round 1 and round 2, and those are based on serial number. So when we make the announcement, I could have given them to you, you could have bought them from somebody, or you could have minted. All we're going to do is look into your wallet to make sure you have those matching plots, and then you'll be issued a whitelist for round 3. So you can buy them, trade them, swap them, mint them, however you get them, as long as you have one of each in your wallet. For each set, you'll get a whitelist.
Okay, awesome. And then you're saying for the city, there might be more than 1,000 allocated. So are we all getting airdropped that if we have minted from each round? Is that everyone that has minted that gets it, and it's all just a race to get the 1,000 cities?
Yeah, so there are potentially, here's how it works, 1,750 plots in round 2, okay, between whitelist and public. So if every single wallet that mints in round 2 has a mint from round 1, there would be 1,750 whitelists, which would make it over allocated. So yeah, at that point, it would be first come, first serve. We look into the wallet to make sure you have a round 3 whitelist, and that's how you get into the, I'll call it a race, to mint those 1,000.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm down for a race because we want them to sell out, right? Like, let's go. So hell yeah, no, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming up. If you have any questions, we'll keep you here. And Onimisi, please, if you want to raise a question, please feel free to raise your hand and I'll put you right up. Yes, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, it's only fair to say it now. So maybe let's, because the team told me that I could still hand out 10 whitelists. I didn't even think we still had them because they went out so fast, but we still have some. So, and I'm not seeing enough retweets, I think, here. I see a 2 in the speech bubble. Why not raffle, how do you say it? Yeah, raffle 10 whitelists between everyone who did retweet or at least commented or shared some love. And then we'll have HeadStarter pick out 10 of those. Is that a good idea, Tudor? Can I do that now?
You are the man. I don't know how I'll do it without you.
I will just have our marketing team then pick 10 of the people who commented or shared the love or retweeted, and I'll have them decide on it. But just at least a comment or a love, guys. Just share the space, not only for us, but also let's support HeadStarter as well in their endeavor in growing in this space, of course, because they're an awesome team and we're very happy to work with you guys.
Likewise here. Thanks a lot, Earthlings. I know that HeadStarter has been very comparatively quiet over the past couple of months to earlier in the year, but it's because we focused on all our efforts into the products in the back. So I'm very excited for what's to come. And actually, speaking of this, we recently upgraded a bit the project page. So right now, if you go to app.headstarter.org/projects and you go to either round 1 or round 2, you will see a countdown timer as well as the timeline for the mint, so that you have a good reminder. We're also going to continue to enhance this experience, but also for the whitelist round, since we've been great partners with Earthlings, they reserve for us 100 whitelist NFTs for round 1 and round 2 that you can apply to if you are a HST holder. The full details for the HST holders whitelist spots for the Earthlings mint are available in our Medium article and as well as on the project description page. Awesome. If there's any questions on that, feel free to ask us. But yeah, please give the improved UI a look and let us know how we did. Obviously, we're very keen to have your feedback and cater for it as future improvements. Right. So just a quick announcement has to do with the this HST holders whitelist round. We will continuously integrate more privileges for the HST holders. So right now the parity is 100 to 1,500, but in the future expect that this parity for allocations for HeadStarter's mints to go closer to a 50-50 all the way up to an 80-20 in the future. So keep that in mind. And there's, I'm not sure if you caught up with some of our recent announcements, but we have a very good backlog of projects that are have been building in the Hedera ecosystem, and we're very, very excited for what's to follow. And yeah, I guess we're all looking forward for the ecosystem at large, the TVL, the number of utility tokens to grow proportionally on, sorry, not proportionally, actually exponentially on Hedera. And yeah, we have some exciting announcements down the horizon. With that being said, now we spoke about the whole Landmint campaign, guys, but could you give us also a bit of information over round 4 and what's next?
Yeah, I will. So what we did, with 8,700 land plots out there and then 1,000 city plots, that's a lot for Hedera right now. And we didn't want to flood the market with land, so that's why we divided it up. It's also why we did the big discount and bonus NFT incentives for rounds 1 through 3. I mean, round 4 is going to be $60. So if you look at the discounting, round 1's a 58% discount over what the land plots are going to be when the final batches is released. Round 2 is, I think, 40 something percent, and then round 3 is a 25% discount. So the discounts are substantial. And down the road, we're going to release the final 2,000 land plots. And we're holding that because we know the community is always growing. More people are getting eyes on it. We're going to have a mini game coming out this year, which will bring more people in. And we want the gamers that truly are coming to play the game to have that opportunity to own a piece of EarthlingsLand without having to spend a fortune on it. Those are going to be $60. All of the mints you get in round 1 through 3, you will be assigned a town or village plot randomly. When round 4 comes out, those are going to be sold in the form of deeds. So all of the town and village plots are going to be on the map. When you buy one of these deeds for $60, you're going to be able to go to the map, look at the coordinates, and pick your exact location for the plot. Anybody that already has a plot that was minted in rounds 1 through 3, you're also going to be able to go to the map and swap your existing plot for a new one if you prefer to be somewhere else. I think you get one swap for free, and then after that it's going to be $3 or $5 to swap, which isn't very, very bad if you want to get something closer to your friends or get something on the other side of the map. There's always reasons to want to move around. That round 4 will remain open until it's sold out at $60. So with a hashback,
Is it me or did we lose Joey?
We lost.
Yeah, I had a call come in.
Okay, finish your talk then. And you gave me a lot of food for talk, so I want to say some things as well. But you finish up first, Joey.
Yep, I'll finish up real quick. If you have a hashbash Earthlings NFT, a lot of people have asked questions about those. Those are going to be good for a swap land deed. As soon as round 4 opens, you're going to be able to take that deed and go pick out the land plot of your choice that's available. So it's a pretty sweet deal because you're going to be able to get in early. There's going to be thousands of land plots to choose from, and you're going to be able to pick pretty much any area of the map that you'd like to have a plot because they're all random. Go ahead.
I didn't have to be quick about it. We've got still a lot of time, but I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it was not me paying attention, but there's also a Steam drip for the people who mint land. So that's coming, of course, after the token mint. But that's 6 months of Steam drip. So that's one. I know that I saw a schedule that Marcel designed. So that's going to be dropped any minute now, I guess. So I have to ask marketing for that. I'm not going to name a date. Yes, someone unmuted.
Yeah, I was going to start talking about it, and I forgot we haven't shared it with everyone.
No. First, we need to. Oh man, you know, marketing. They will throw you out, Joey. So, anyway, so that's something that's coming, of course, before the mint. But also, you touched the mini game. Yeah, funny thing about mini game is that we actually started it because we were realizing more and more that community engagement is important, but also being able to already have a bit earlier, well, way earlier, tools to use your NFTs as well. That would be so much fun. So we can't integrate all the NFTs in every game, of course, but it would be cool to be able to use the pins and other NFTs that we have already in an earlier stage. So that's why we started mini games. But while building Steam Runner, for instance, I was realizing that it doesn't only have to look cool and be a simple, nice game to play, but it must be a bit more entertaining, and it must look amazing because people are going to judge us on that already. So when we started the mini game, it was more like for fun, and now we're extending a bit more to it. So the first Steam Runner will be a single player, and I'm looking into the possibilities to make it multiplayer so that you have more something like Mario Kart teasing each other. So, well, you know, I can shoot the head, start a team down. Well, it's not shoot a game, but, well, you know, competition. It's going to be fun. You'll see. So, but on the same time, we are now already planning to do more of these mini games because it's awesome. You can bring them out in months and not in years. So that's going to be so much fun. And actually, I'm not comparing myself with our project with Gala Games, of course, but they are also doing multiple games. And that's actually what we are now visualizing too, so that people can be more engaged before EarthlingsLand opens up. Because, yeah, it's a long build, and we want people to be able to use their NFTs earlier already and get more engagement. So that's what we're doing besides the big gameplay. So, and then I want to say something about the animals, Joey, that are going to be dropped. Joey, you know my favorite animal from all the animals? Take a guess, Joey.
I mean, everybody's favorite animal's got to be the bear, right?
No, I think Joey knows.
I know your favorite animal's the chicken.
Yeah, I think that's what you. Tudo, what's your favorite animal then? And I'll explain about the chicken.
Well, I have to side with the chicken too.
Yeah, I know you're a chicken lover. I saw your Facebook profile with your lovely little chicken post. But anyways, so yeah, the chickens are special. I would love to do some exciting stuff with that. There are so many possibilities with chickens, and I can go a little bit sideways, I hope, Tudor. But you know, in the Netherlands, I'm living in France now, so I just want to go a little bit sideways. I love that. So I told my children where meat. I tell my children where meat comes from, of course, because in the Netherlands there are even little kids that don't know where milk comes from. Well, that's a lesson in biology now for the whole audience. Milk comes from cows, not from the factory. Yeah, it goes to the factory, but at first it comes from the cows. And a lot of young kids don't know that anymore. That's just bizarre to me. But chickens as well. Our fathers, my generation, so I'm 46, I think I'm 46, yeah. So especially our grandfathers and grandmamas and all the last generation, they all saw chicken heads being chopped and goats being, well, a lot of stuff, bloody things there. That's the generation before us. But now all of a sudden we are not allowed to show our kids all of this because I don't know why. So, well, we had chickens here. So, and yeah, my neighbors, they are from the older generation. They love chopping chickens. So, and it was on, can you imagine, it was on Marcel's bucket list to chop a head off of a chicken. So yeah, that's Marcel's dirty little secret. So Marcel came to France, chopped off a chicken as well and ate it. What do you think about that? But there's no to, oh yeah, you're a chicken lover. But yeah, so that's a little going sideways. I like to talk about all some kinds of topics, but chickens are exciting. And I had a lot of chickens and I love them, and you can tame them a lot and they sit on your lap. But when they grow old, well, better to make them go in peace, eh? Fast, quick death. So this is now chicken talk, this space. I'm sorry for that, Tudor.
I think it's really funny. So I do appreciate the Easter eggs that you guys are planning.
Yes.
So I remember that, probably around our close to my generation, when, I don't know if you were playing Counter-Strike 1.6, but you had sometimes chickens around the map and you could shoot them and they would explode. But
yeah, that's funny.
Anyway.
Funny too. But we have bigger plans for the chicken. But still, it's an unlimited animal, and but it's going to be fun. So I love the chickens. So don't underestimate the chickens. Don't underestimate farming animals, because chickens, they die easily, but they come in handy as well. So yeah, you want to go for your bear and your whatever animals that are on the list, but if you have chickens, just be happy about it. And if you're not, then send them to Tudor, because he loves them. At least they'll live longer then. Chicken sanctuary.
And for everybody's refresher, so whenever you mint a plot, you are airdropped thereafter at random either a psychic animal or a farm animal. And as far as I can remember, the chicken are the ones with the highest circulation. Is that right, Joey?
Yeah, that's right. Chickens the most, but it's probably in part that the chicken will have the most versatility and the most uses too. So we'll need a lot of those in the game.
Like a hashback from hashback. What do you do? How do they call that? Well, from a hashback, the hashbacks. Let's say it like that. They are like abundant, but people value them as well. So don't underestimate the chicken. I love chickens, but to be honest, yes, I will be happy if I get a sidekick animal. Very much so, because I'm going to mint as well, and I hope that if the first 100 get psychic animals, Tudor, then you have to explain something. I'll just send them to your Discord, because it should be random.
That sounds like a perfect retirement plan. So Joey, could you please tell us a bit more of what happened to the hashbags? Hashbags? Well, now I'm confused.
Yes, everything went perfectly. Smooth execution, no problems. People jumped in the swap and got exactly what they wanted the first try. No, when we launched, the system wasn't quite set up properly. So I'm not a dev by any stretch, but Yorho had turned off, I guess, the permission. So as soon as we had 100 people or so trying to swap, it cut off the permissions for the buttons to work. So people couldn't mint. They could get into the waiting room in the swap page, but couldn't swap for any of the upgraded packs. So we closed everything off. I think we were very quick to respond, took a snapshot, had an exact idea of all the people that had air packs and all the other packs, and went in, opened up, or created the ability for just the people in the snapshot to go in and take their time and receive the item that they had actually reserved at the original swap. And then yesterday, after most all of those were done and people had enough time to go retrieve those, the swap opened back up. For the most part, there were a few issues. What happened, most of the issues when people would click to get their IOU, they would have to go to the next block to either get another IOU or to receive their pack, which would trade out their IOU. What was happening is people were so fast to click that the IOU hadn't actually gotten to their hashpack wallet. So when they clicked on the pack, it couldn't see the IOU in their wallet. And I think all of those at this point have also been resolved. So that's the whole mess of it. The great part is thousands of packs have already been swapped. There are plenty left for those of you that hold some of those base packs and didn't know what to do with them. You can go swap those for the packs we have left. And all of those upgraded packs are going to have a little different utility, a little more ability. But even if you just have one base pack, when we launch our game, you're going to have access to extra inventory. So that they all have a utility, but there's some pretty cool packs floating around out there. I was able to get one complete set, but I see some people with several. Patrick.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, yeah, of course, we could have done this through Kabila, for instance, or through HeadStarter as well. So I'm sorry, I'm naming Kabila first, but that was no discrimination here, Tudor. But someone in Discord said, why didn't you do it through Kabila? So that's why it popped up in my head first. But yeah, HeadStarter, Kabila, whatever. But the thing is, we need to learn how to do this ourselves as well. Yeah, Jorgo hit himself on the head for that first round mistake, but lessons were learned, and we need to know how to do it. The best way to learn is do it yourself. And of course, if things go wrong, you as a team, you try to resolve it the best way possible. So we made a snapshot, first come first, first come first get. It was still in place that way, so luckily community was very understanding as well. And now from all the lessons we've learned, we know how to really do the deed land swap very well. It's funny because I spoke to some of our other partners on the background, some very smart programmers, and they actually said, and I was surprised by that, they said, well, actually he didn't do too bad for his first try because we messed up way more when we had these issues, and we did it for the first time, but that was then like a year back. So they actually congratulated us. But still, yeah, we even with what we have running now, we still found that we can still improve here and there. So we learned a lot of valuable lessons, and the best way to learn is do it yourself. So, and Jorgo needs to know this, of course. With building a game, I guess it's easier because you don't have these strict deadlines. Of course, it's more complex, but you ask 100 of your community members to stress test the hell out of your gameplay, and then you have time to repair all these things, and you do it over again. So it's a whole other thing. But I see, of course, we've seen it with a lot of swaps in the whole ecosystem as well, where sometimes things go wrong. But yeah, you have a deadline, and all of a sudden 1,000 people, or how many are trying to grab that spot. So it's a learning curve, yeah. But for that, we are very happy that you guys are doing the Landmint, because if something goes wrong there, we can just say go to Tudor. But we know how well the last mints went, so we have no stress at all there. So, but most important is that we drew important lessons from it. We actually, the last swap that we put live yesterday, we only had a couple of tickets there, so not too many that were open to resolve some problems. So in the end, it all went well. But yeah, we learned important lessons, and I think that's the most important because I'm going on too long. Joey, you take over.
I'll take over. I'll give everybody in the audience a sneak behind the curtain. Actually, not only are the guys from Earthlings very imaginative with the different ways that they want to run the mints and the way that they plan everything out, but they're very also tactical in their approach. When we had our first INO together, we minted the stamps, and the stamps actually were a bit of a trial overall from a technical perspective, and also from a community feels perspective of how the towns and villages large round would do. And similarly, the Earthlings team, I would imagine, and I'm only speculating here, they've done these swaps for the packs to make sure that they hit the mark correctly when they do the deeds swaps. Sorry, not the deeds, the swaps for round 4.
Yeah,
But
that's exactly right. It was a perfect test, and there's multiple reasons to give things away. Like we gave away 22,000 base packs, and a lot of that is a setup so that we can test things. And the big thing, you always want to bring more new people in and have people creating new wallets and growing your ecosystem. But yeah, on the back end, it gives us an opportunity to test a lot of those things so that when we are selling something, that we make sure we get it right, so that it's people get their things in the proper order and receive what they're asking for.
yes, that's
The
true.
thing is, we with the mints that you are doing for us, I know we're not making it easy for you to do our best. It's not like a list of NFTs and first come first get and that's it, because that's not too difficult for a good programmer, of course. But I think even with the first mint that you did for us, we first did the stamp mint with the same requirements, and actually that almost went flawless as well. So. But still, we all drew lessons from that, and the second mint with the towns and the villages, that went really flawless. So we were impressed with both those mints. But yeah, it's of course you grow, of course, every time you do something like this.
Exactly, and a lot of as we often say, and a lot of builders in the space know, sometimes the stuff that we do is sometimes experimental, and we deal sometimes with situations that go off script completely. So you guys gave us the opportunity to better our product and to also improve a lot of our suite of services. And one improvement that I can say, so I think that just a quick refresher for people that have joined in the meanwhile. So the EarthlingsLand mint campaign is run in 3 rounds, starting next Tuesday, and with a new round every couple of weeks, every week thereafter. And one important thing that I think we didn't stress enough was that for the Allowlist round, so from Tuesday for running for 24 hours is the Allowlist round, and in the Allowlist round, the users that will be participating are NFT holders of the Earthlings whitelist, but also the NFT holders of the Dates collection. So these two. The holders of these 2 NFT collections will be able to mint in the Allowlist round for rounds 1 and round 2. And important caveat there, the Deeds NFT holders will be minting for free. When you will be going to the HeadStarter dApp page, and as soon as we deploy the smart contract, you'll be able to see over there to select against which NFTs that you hold in your wallet you want to mint. So that what that does. So in a example, let's say take an example that you have one Whitelist NFT and one Deeds NFT. You will be selecting that you want to mint against both of those 2 NFTs, and in round 1 you'll be paying $25 because you'll be minting the Deed for free, and that's you'll be just paying for the network transaction fees. So that's an important part there. Obviously, if you have the just the Deeds NFTs, you have 5 Deeds NFTs that you traded on secondary. When the round opens, you'll be minting 5 land plots for free. Now, one important aspect is that throughout this round where you're minting against NFTs that you hold in your wallet, a lot of the time some people might be in a situation where they will be in a situation where they want to trade on the secondary market. And if you trade on the secondary market, you don't know if the NFT with the respective serial that you minted against has been used already or not. So let's say, for example, you hold serial number 1 from the Whitelist NFT collection, you mint against it, and then you list it on the secondary. Whichever other wallet chooses to wants to take this, to buy this NFT on the secondary market and mint against it, he will be unable to do so because the smart contract already consumed that serial number. So what we are doing is over on the mint page, you will be able to query the serial numbers that have been minted against. So this will be transparent and will be live on Tuesday once the round 1 goes live. Not sure if that was clear, guys. Let me know how I did.
Even I got it, so that's very clear.
Thanks a lot for that. So Earthlings, HBAR Joe, did you want to add anything on these points?
Yeah, that's a great point about the whitelist. Everybody try to get your whitelist round 1 before the whitelist starts. Yes, you can query it. So if you need more, just make sure you run that before you buy it. Go check the number on HeadStarter and then buy it. I see a lot of TFTs from partner projects that gave away whitelist round 1. I want to tell everybody, go to your Discord and ask them about some round 2 whitelists that'll be dropping immediately after round 1. If you received one, if you won one, if you didn't win one, you know you're going to mint and you're worried about trying to get that whitelist for round 2. Most of the partners that gave out whitelist round 1 will have access to some, so go start bugging them, and we'll start distributing those so that those can get in your hands right after round 1 is over, because there's going to be the dash for round 2 whitelist. There's a smaller supply, and there's going to be a lot less time to gather those up so that you can have round 1 and round 2 in your wallet.
Awesome. That sounds good. So we did take a lot into considerations any bad experiences that might happen. And for everybody's information, if you are somebody who has hoarding tendencies, not to judge if that's your thing. If you have a lot of NFTs that you want to mint against, the transaction is capped to 10 per transaction. So you'll be only able to mint 10 at a time NFTs in either of the upcoming round.
Yeah,
in round 3 it's one at a time.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I think that's a smart choice, doing 10 max. We need to talk. We need to speak to Hedera about that. It would be awesome if we could do like 50 max. That would have been way easier to do the swap. So who do you know at Hedera that can do that for us, Tudor?
I think that goes at the protocol level, so you'll have to escalate it all the way up to Lehman.
I'll send him an email. I hope he knows about Earthlings by now.
Filter to spam, maybe. Yeah, sorry. No, I'm sure he loves you guys. You guys have been doing great. Are you guys heading over to the Hedera Con, by the way?
The Hedera Hello Future Live, yeah, in LA. Milan and Milan Hedera Dev and myself will be out there. We're actually doing a co-partnered sponsorship of a scavenger hunt through GeoTap and Earthlings, and we're going to try to use some of the other attending projects to get everybody involved in an all-day scavenger hunt Saturday. I know for 100% fact that Lehman knows exactly what Earthlings is, because he has agreed that the winner of the scavenger hunt, and the details will be announced, winner of the scavenger hunt on Saturday is going to win coffee with Lehman on Sunday morning before the festivities kick off. So zero question about that. Another thing we're going to do, and I'll say it here, and I don't know that anybody else knows it, Earthlings has comic books, which, we gave away those comic books at the first event, the Hash Bash event. We're going to bring some comic books with us. Lehman and Mance are going to sign 3 of our comic books, and then Brandon is going to scan those into NFT form. So you'll have an NFT of the signed comic book. You'll have the physical comic book. 2 of those will be Earthlings-based prizes for the scavenger hunt, and 1 of those will go into the Hello Future Live or Hello Future DAO charity auction this year. So we've got some pretty exciting things, and then we'll have some other NFTs and giveaways mixed in with that.
Wow, that is exciting. Congrats, guys. I don't know how you do it. So just to since we're coming up towards the end of the spaces, if anybody wants to come up and has any questions for the mint, the way that it will work, either from a technical perspective or from a logistics gamification perspective, feel free to jump up. Would love to have you, and also I would love to hear which land plot is more desirable. Personally, as far as I heard, is if you have access to water. But yeah, access to water, maybe that statement goes multifold given the steam and water dynamics that just dropped with the Earthlings white paper a few weeks ago. You guys been up to a lot. Congrats. So yeah, make sure that once the rounds go live, that also you associate the respective NFTs. They will be down in the they will be up there next to the mint page to associate on the INO. Now, guys, is there anything that you wanted to add? Maybe. Yeah, I think Patrick, you mentioned there was a competition for whitelist that you will be giving away during the spaces, and I see only 14 comments.
Yeah, I wanted to remind people for that. Well, 14 comments, more chance for them. Then, of course, I'll have our team pick 10 winners from that, and they can contact us through Discord or Twitter. No, not Twitter, X. Sorry, X. And they'll get their whitelist. I think we'll leave it until tomorrow, so that it's not going to be a stress thing, and people who listen back to it, they can then also still make a chance. Get a chance on the whitelist, but I think we can agree. Let's see if I can get some thumbs up from Cerilia Sus, our marketing, that we can announce them tomorrow. I don't know if she's on the phone or on desktop. Well, they'll probably be all right with that. So let's do it tomorrow. We'll announce 10 winners then.
Thanks a lot for that, Patrick. You're very savvy on X. I think all Gen Zers are jealous. Alrighty. So just as a reminder to everybody, there are still 100 whitelists dedicated for HST holders that you can apply for a draw for, and you can go on our dApp, which is app.headstarter.org, and go on the Bounty Blocks campaign page. We've had a bit of a bot action over there, but I'm sure a lot of them will be disqualified because the criteria for eligibility requires holding HST tokens at the date of applying, and as well as the end of the whitelist campaign, which ends on the 10th for us. So we will be distributing those whitelist NFTs in a hurry before the round 1 and round 2 respectively, because we have a campaign for both rounds, and I think we have 5,400 plus entries so far. Wow. Okay. Amazing. Very exciting. And guys, do you have any more alpha that you want to share with us?
I think we said enough, Joey. I don't want to say more. Do you have alpha, Joey? I don't think so.
No, I almost spilled the beans, but I think we'll have some more coming up. We're just, like you said, Tudor, we've been non-stop, so we're excited. As soon as these plots are done and round 3 is complete, we're going to be jumping right into preparation for the token launch, because all of these plot holders and some others will be receiving access to a Steam drip.
Yeah, that reminds me, HeadStarter was involved in an event last night with Bybit in Dubai, so maybe there's something there. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Well, exciting times ahead, guys. And speaking of holders of HST, there will be a new group, a new channel on our Discord opening pretty soon for a exclusive set of HST token holders. And there will be some voting going on pretty soon. And this is in preparation for obviously a DAO voting further down the line. Stay tuned for announcements on our roadmap and some of the new features. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Obviously, the people that have been building throughout this bear market will be very busy as the tides turn, I believe, in the next couple of months. And yeah, for everybody that is here on channel with us, for the people that stayed in the community and generally that are more are engaged in the ecosystem, I think obviously the best times are ahead of us, guys. So congratulations for being here today and for going beyond the chatter. I say this all the times whenever we have meetups and events locally. The crypto space generally is very, very confusing to the untrained eye because of the financial implications that these products involve, and the financial implications are not only for crowdfunding perspectives. They are also in a lot of aspects there to help with the overall either technical or gamified solution that's proposed by the founders. A lot of the times you will be confused and will not be able to value a project rightfully because of the underlying price of a token or a market sentiment. But we couldn't be further from the truth. The crypto industry and as well, Web3 industry, however you want to call it, as well as the Hedera ecosystem, has been making strides fundamentally, and the value, I think it's a asymmetric opportunity when you compare price to value. So not financial advice, obviously, but time will tell. So excited to be here with everybody for the upcoming months and committed to building. Any final words, guys?
Yeah, thank you, Tudor, and your team for all the hard work on this upcoming mint. I know Patrick said we had a lot of requests and demands, and you guys have been wonderful. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and expect to keep us making it very difficult for you, Tudor. We're not gonna make you get off easily, but I know you can do it. So.
Well, listen, Patrick, I've been making things difficult for you as well, so looking forward to receiving those documents.
Yes, okay, maybe it's not a wise thing to put you on the spot in the space. Okay, no, we love you, Tudor. We will try to go easy on you, and looking forward to the mint. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us here today. Really appreciate you, Patrick and Joe, for taking the time, and everybody else for tuning in. It's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to continue and ramp up communications in the following weeks. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Love you later, right?
Yes, love you later. We're going to love and leave you with that. Thank you so much, Tudor.
Bye-bye.